There is a power within you that speaks beyond words, a voice that aligns with the divine, shaping the seen from the unseen. As you step into this new month, know that every prayer you utter, every thought you hold with conviction, carries the seed of manifestation. You are not separate from God, for the kingdom of heaven is within you. As you close your eyes and speak this prayer, feel it is already answered. Father, I give thanks, for I know that before I even ask, it is done. Every blessing, every breakthrough is already mine. I do not beg, for I am your child, and all that you have is mine. I do not chase, for I rest in the certainty that what I seek is seeking me. I do not doubt, for faith is the evidence of things unseen, and I stand firm in the knowing that you are always working on my behalf. This is the month where doors open effortlessly, where obstacles dissolve like mist before the morning sun. Every step I take is guided, every decision is blessed, for I walk in divine favor. Nothing is withheld from me, for I believe, and it is done. I release all fear, all worry, all hesitation. There is no lack in my life, for I dwell in the abundance of God. Every cell in my body vibrates with divine health. Every relationship is filled with peace, and every resource flows to me in perfect time. I do not look to the world for validation. I look within, where the voice of God whispers, "You are already blessed." I stand firm in faith, knowing that no force, no delay, no circumstance can hinder what God has ordained for me. My vision is clear, my path is straight, and my heart is open to receive. This month I declare favor beyond measure, provision beyond expectation, and joy that overflows. Whatever has been held back is now released. Whatever has been lost is restored. Whatever has been delayed is now accelerated. I am ready, I am willing, I am aligned, and so it is. There is no force greater than the power of prayer, spoken with absolute belief. In this sacred moment, as you align yourself with the divine, let every word you utter be a decree, a declaration that the blessings of heaven are already flowing into your life. Do not pray as one who is uncertain, as one who hopes but does not know. Pray as one who understands that God is not distant, but within, closer than breath, nearer than thought. Father, I enter this new month with gratitude, knowing that every step is ordered, every path made straight. I do not ask for blessings as if they are apart from me. I claim them as my rightful inheritance. You have designed me for abundance, for joy, for success, and I step into these gifts with unwavering faith. I see doors opening before me, doors that no one can shut. I see healing flowing through my body, restoring every cell, bringing vitality and strength. I see opportunities arising in places I never expected, divine connections forming that propel me forward into the destiny you have set before me. Nothing is impossible for you, Lord, and nothing is impossible for the one who believes. I release every limitation, every doubt, every fear, and I embrace the fullness of your promises. I do not look at circumstances. I do not waver when storms arise, for I know that in every challenge you have already provided the victory. The mountains before me are moved by faith. The obstacles dissolve before my declaration of truth. I am more than a conqueror. I am already victorious. This month is a season of supernatural increase. Where there has been lack, there is now overflow. Where there has been struggle, there is now ease. Where there has been confusion, clarity now reigns. I step into divine alignment, walking in the wisdom that comes not from the world, but from the Spirit within. I no longer struggle against the current of life. I allow your power to carry me effortlessly into my highest good. I do not force, I do not chase, I do not strive. I rest in the certainty that all things are unfolding perfectly in your divine timing. Every morning as I rise, I speak these words and feel their truth vibrating in my being. I am blessed, I am chosen, I am favored, I am protected, I am provided for. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No force can hinder what you have ordained for my life. The works of my hands are blessed. My thoughts are guided by divine wisdom. My heart is filled with peace beyond understanding. I let go of all that no longer serves me. I release worry. I release anxiety. I release the need to control. I trust fully, completely, without hesitation. Father, I see abundance flowing into my life like a mighty river, washing away all remnants of lack. I see debts canceled, financial burdens lifted, unexpected provision arriving right on time. I see businesses thriving, careers advancing, opportunities multiplying. I walk in a realm where all my needs are met before I even recognize them. I am not bound by the limitations of the physical world, for I operate under the laws of your kingdom, where lack does not exist and supply is infinite. I declare that my health flourishes in divine perfection. Every organ, every muscle, every nerve functions exactly as you designed it. Sickness has no place in my body, disease has no authority over me, for I am covered by your healing power. Every cell is renewed, every function restored, every imbalance corrected. I walk in strength, vitality, and divine energy. I declare that my relationships are filled with love and harmony. Every misunderstanding is resolved, every wound is healed, every bond is strengthened. I attract into my life people who align with your purpose for me, who uplift and support my vision. Toxic connections dissolve effortlessly, and in their place divine friendships are formed. I walk in love, and love flows back to me in every interaction. I declare that my mind is at peace. No longer will I entertain thoughts of fear, failure, or doubt. My mind is disciplined, focused, and filled with thoughts that align with my highest good. Every negative thought is replaced with truth. Every limiting belief is dismantled and replaced with divine wisdom. I think only of what is pure, what is noble, what is praiseworthy. My words are powerful, my declarations are unstoppable, for I understand that as I speak, I create. Father, I give thanks, for I know that even now unseen forces are moving on my behalf. I do not need to see with my physical eyes to believe, for I walk by faith, not by sight. I trust the process. I trust the divine order of things. I trust that all is working together for my highest good. Even in moments when things seem uncertain, I remain steadfast, knowing that you are orchestrating miracles behind the scenes. I release all burdens, all stress, all striving. I surrender to the flow of divine abundance, allowing myself to be carried by your grace. I no longer try to force my way. I simply align with the truth that all I seek is already mine. I am not a beggar. I am an heir to the kingdom. I am not struggling. I am thriving. I am not waiting. I am receiving now. This month, every day I will walk with confidence, knowing that heaven's blessings are chasing me down. My steps are ordered. My hands are blessed. My voice carries power. My faith is unshakable. Nothing can stand against the one who believes, and I believe with every fiber of my being. My prayers are not empty words. They are living, breathing declarations that shape my reality. I do not concern myself with the how, for that is already handled. I do not question the when, for divine timing is always perfect. I only rest in the knowing that is done. And as I walk in this truth, I see evidence of your power manifesting all around me. Synchronicities align, miracles unfold, blessings multiply. My testimony is already being written, and it is greater than I could have imagined. Father, I thank you, not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. I thank you not for what is coming, but for what is already here. I thank you not from a place of need, but from a place of certainty. For you have never failed me, and you never will. I am chosen, I am loved, I am favored beyond measure. And so it is. I lift my spirit in unwavering faith, knowing that every word I speak is infused with divine power. I do not pray as one who is waiting for blessings to arrive, but as one who knows they are already here. I open my heart to receive, to accept the abundance, the breakthroughs, the miracles that have already been ordained for me. I let go of all resistance, all doubt, all hesitation. I stand in the certainty that I am guided, protected, and provided for in ways beyond my understanding. The forces of heaven move on my behalf. aligning circumstances, shifting realities, and clearing the way for my highest good. Father, I see every limitation dissolving, every obstacle crumbling, every delay vanishing. I am not confined by past experiences, by old patterns, or by the expectations of the world. I step into a new dimension of faith where all things are possible. I rise above fear, above worry, above anxiety, and I rest in the absolute assurance that you are working all things together for my good. My breakthrough is not coming, it has already arrived. I claim it now, I live in it now, I rejoice in it now. The power of my prayer is not in the words alone, but in the conviction with which I speak them. I do not wish, I do not hope, I declare. I do not ask from a place of lack, I speak from a place of knowing. Everything I need has already been supplied. Every resource, every opportunity, every open door is already in place. I no longer search outside myself for answers, for I know that the kingdom of heaven is within me. I am one with the divine, and in this oneness there is no separation, no limitation, no lack. Every morning as I awaken, I speak these words with certainty. I am blessed beyond measure. I am chosen for great things. I am walking in divine favor. I am surrounded by miracles. I attract prosperity effortlessly. I radiate health and vitality. I am a magnet for divine opportunities. My steps are ordered. My path is illuminated. My future is secure. There is no force that can stand against the power that flows within me. I am unstoppable, unshackable, unbreakable. I refuse to entertain thoughts of doubt or failure. My mind is disciplined, focused only on what is pure, what is true, what is aligned with the highest good. No longer will I allow fear to dictate my reality. No longer will I allow circumstances to determine my faith. I take authority over my life, over my thoughts, over my emotions. I choose to see only the truth, and the truth is this: I am already victorious. I am already abundant. I am already living in divine overflow. Father, I release all burdens, all struggles, all worries. I place them in your hands, knowing that you are the God who never fails. I trust you completely. I let go of the need to control, to understand, to figure everything out. I rest in the knowing that you are always on time, that your ways are higher, that your plans are perfect. I surrender to the divine flow, allowing blessings to come to me with ease, allowing miracles to unfold effortlessly. Every day I expect favor, I expect increase, I expect breakthroughs. I do not allow my faith to be swayed by temporary challenges. I see beyond the surface, beyond the illusion of lack or limitation. I see with the eyes of faith, knowing that what I believe in my heart will surely come to pass. I do not live by what I see, I live by what I know. And I know that I am destined for greatness, for joy, for peace beyond understanding. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No obstacle can stand in the way of what God has prepared for me. No setback can stop the blessings that are already in motion. I walk in divine protection. Every force that rises against me is already defeated. Every negative word spoken against me is rendered powerless. Every attack of the enemy is turned into a testimony of victory. I am shielded by divine favor, and nothing can touch what has been ordained by the heaven. This month I am walking into a season of acceleration. What took others years will take me months. What seemed impossible before will manifest effortlessly. Every delay is being turned into divine timing. Every disappointment is being transformed into a greater blessing. I trust the process, for I know that behind every challenge is an opportunity for expansion, for growth, for elevation. My heart is open to receive. I do not block my blessings with fear or doubt. I do not resist what is already mine. I align myself with the flow of abundance, stepping into the life that has already been prepared for me. I no longer hold on to the past, to old wounds, to limiting beliefs. I release everything that no longer serves me. I walk forward free, empowered, ready to embrace the fullness of my destiny. Father, I thank you for the unseen miracles already unfolding. I thank you for the favor that surrounds me like a shield. I thank you for the divine connections the unexpected blessings, the breakthroughs beyond my imagination. I thank you not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. I thank you as one who understands that is already done. I step into this month with confidence, with boldness, with unwavering faith, knowing that I am walking in the manifestation of your promises. I am the evidence of your goodness, the living testimony of your faithfulness. My life is a reflection of divine grace. I shine with the light of abundance, of joy, of unwavering belief. Everywhere I go, blessings follow. Everything I touch is multiplied. I am a vessel of prosperity, a channel for miracles, an instrument of divine love. I live in alignment with the truth that all things are working together for my highest good. I am not waiting for the blessing. I am the blessing. I am not waiting for the breakthrough. I am the breakthrough. I am not waiting for the miracle. I am walking in the miracle. And so it is. I stand firm in this knowing, unwavering in my faith, unshaken by what my physical eyes may see. I refuse to be moved by appearances, for I understand that reality is shaped not by external circumstances, but by the power of my belief. I align my heart with divine truth, and in doing so I command the unseen to manifest into the seen. Every word I speak carries creative power, shaping my world, rearranging conditions, and bringing forth the fulfillment of God's promises in my life. I do not pray from a place of pleading, for I know that my Father does not withhold any good thing from me. Instead, I pray from a place of confidence, declaring with authority that what has been spoken in heaven is now established on earth. My words do not return void, but accomplish the purpose for which they are sent. When I speak of favor, favor manifests. When I speak of healing, healing flows. When I speak of provision, provision overflows. The power of God moves through me, unrestricted, unhindered, unstoppable. Every morning I rise with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that this day has already been blessed. I walk in divine alignment, knowing that every step I take is ordered. I do not question. I do not doubt. I simply trust. I let go of worry, for I know that God is my provider. I let go of fear, for I know that God is my protector. I let go of uncertainty, for I know that God is my guide. There is nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing incomplete. I am whole. I am abundant. I am victorious. I no longer pray as one who is distant from God, for I understand that I am one with Him. His Spirit lives within me. His power flows through me. His wisdom speaks within me. I do not need to search outside myself for answers, for all that I need is already within. I turn inward. I listen. I trust. The whispers of my spirit are the voice of God, leading me, directing me, revealing to me the steps I must take. As I go about my day, I remain in this awareness. I do not allow distractions to shake my peace. I do not allow circumstances to dictate my emotions. I am centered, grounded in faith, walking in unwavering confidence. If a challenge arises, I do not react with fear, but with faith. If an obstacle appears, I do not shrink back, but move forward in authority. I know that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, for greater is He who is in me than he who is in the world. Everything I desire is already mine, and I now align my mind, my heart, and my actions with this truth. I live as if my prayers have already been answered. I give thanks as if my blessings have already arrived. I rejoice as if my miracles are already unfolding. I do not wait to see before I believe. I believe and then I see. I walk in abundance. I walk in favor. I walk in divine health. I walk in supernatural provision. Every cell in my body vibrates with life and energy. Every part of my being is in harmony with the divine. I am surrounded by goodness, and goodness flows through me to bless those around me. My hands are anointed to prosper. Everything I touch flourishes. My words are infused with power. Every declaration I make carries weight in the spiritual realm. I release all resistance, all doubt, all hesitation. I surrender completely to the flow of divine grace. I am no longer striving, no longer struggling, no longer trying to force things into place. I trust in perfect timing. I trust in divine alignment. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Even when I do not understand the process, I know that God is orchestrating everything perfectly. I stand in faith, immovable, unshakable, knowing that my life is a testimony of God's goodness. I expect miracles. I expect breakthroughs. I expect supernatural favor. I do not settle for less than what has been promised to me. I do not allow fear to hold me back from stepping into the fullness of my destiny. I move with boldness, with confidence, with certainty. I declare that this season of my life is filled with blessings beyond measure. Doors that were once closed are now opening. Delays are turning into acceleration. What seemed impossible is now becoming my reality. I am positioned for greatness, for increase, for overflow. My faith is strong. My spirit is unbreakable. My mind is focused. I walk in the light of divine wisdom, making choices that align with my highest purpose. I am led by divine intuition, always in the right place at the right time. I do not chase. I do not strive. I attract all that is meant for me with ease. The universe responds to my faith, rearranging situations, bringing people and opportunities that align with my divine assignment. I remain steadfast, knowing that I am not forgotten, that I am deeply loved, that my prayers are heard and answered. I do not waver. I do not question. I do not hesitate. I step forward with confidence, knowing that the God who has begun a good work in me will surely complete it. I am a magnet for divine favor. I am a living testimony of God's faithfulness. I am victorious in all things, and so it is. I awaken each morning with an expectancy of good. I do not look to the past, for the past has no power over me. I do not dwell on yesterday's troubles, for today is new, and with it comes fresh grace, fresh mercy, and fresh opportunity. My eyes are fixed on what is before me, not behind me. I know that every moment is filled with divine possibility, and I open my heart to receive it fully. I am not moved by the noise of the world. I am not distracted by what others say, by what others think, by what others do. My focus is singular. My vision is clear. I see only the promise. I see only the abundance. I see only the manifestation of God's goodness in my life. I do not waver between belief and doubt. I do not go back and forth between faith and fear. I have made my choice, and my choice is unwavering faith. When I speak, the universe listens. When I declare, heaven responds. My words are not empty. They are not idle. They carry the weight of divine authority. I do not speak from lack. I do not speak from desperation. I speak from a place of power. I declare what is already mine, and as I declare it, it takes shape, it takes form, it becomes visible. I refuse to let circumstances dictate my emotions. I refuse to let setbacks shake my confidence. I know that everything is working together for my good, even the things I do not yet understand. When a door seems to close, I do not despair, for I know that something greater is being prepared for me. When things do not unfold as I expected, I do not lose heart, for I know that God's plan far exceeds anything I could have imagined. I am patient, for I trust divine timing. I am at peace, for I know all things are unfolding perfectly. I am filled with joy, for I already see the fulfillment of what I have prayed for. I do not wait until the blessing arrives to celebrate. I celebrate now. I do not wait until the breakthrough happens to give thanks. I give thanks now. My gratitude is my act of faith. My praise is my demonstration of belief. I am aligned with divine abundance. I'm connected to limitless supply. I do not beg. I do not chase. I do not struggle. I receive. I allow blessings to flow to me freely. I release resistance. I release anxiety. I release the need to control. I trust. I believe. I allow. I let go of the how. And I stand firm in the knowing that it is already done. I walk as one who is chosen. I carry myself with the confidence of one who knows they are favored. I do not shrink back. I do not dim my light. I do not question my worthiness. I have been called for a purpose, and I step fully into that calling without hesitation. I embrace my greatness. I own my divine identity. I walk boldly in the truth of who I am. My heart is pure, my spirit is light, my soul is free. I release all burdens, all weights, all limitations. I no longer hold on to pain, to fear, to regret. I am renewed. I am refreshed. I am restored. I am a vessel of divine love, and I radiate that love in all that I do. When I speak life. When I move with purpose. When I act with intention. I expect miracles daily. I am open to divine surprises. I know that the windows of heaven are open over my life, and blessings are pouring down in ways I cannot even fathom. I live in a state of constant expectation, knowing that what is meant for me cannot be denied. The universe conspires in my favor. Everything aligns for my highest good. I am deeply loved. I am divinely guided. I am infinitely supported. I am never alone, for the presence of God is always with me. In times of uncertainty, I listen for His voice. In times of difficulty, I lean on His strength. In times of waiting, I rest in His promise. I do not worry about tomorrow, for I know that tomorrow is already taken care of. I see only a wholeness. I see only divine fulfillment. My mind is renewed. My heart is at peace. My spirit is unshakable. I do not waver. I do not doubt. I do not fear. I stand firm. I stand tall. I stand victorious. I have already won. I have already received. I have already stepped into my breakthrough. It is now. It is done. I hold the vision of my life with unwavering certainty. I do not allow distractions, doubts, or fears to take root in my mind. I guard my thoughts carefully, knowing that every thought I dwell upon manifests into form. I do not entertain lack. I do not accept limitation. I do not acknowledge impossibility. All things are possible, and what I have spoken into existence is already mine. I walk in divine alignment, my steps ordered by an unseen hand. I do not question the process. I trust in the perfect orchestration of my life. I move with confidence, knowing that each step forward is a step closer to my breakthrough. When delays arise, I do not despair. For I know that delay is not denial. I remain steadfast, knowing that what is mine is inevitable. I reject fear in all its forms. Fear has no power over me. I do not fear failure, for I cannot fail when God is with me. I do not fear lack, for I dwell in an ever-flowing river of abundance. I do not fear rejection, for I am already accepted, already chosen, already beloved. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and no obstacle can stand in the way of my destiny. I listen closely to the voice within me. I trust the still, small whisper that speaks truth into my heart. I am not swayed by the opinions of others, for I know who I am. I do not seek validation, for I am already validated by the Creator Himself. I do not look outside of myself for answers, for everything I need is already within me. I see with the eyes of faith. I do not judge by appearances, for I know that what I see now is only a fraction of what is unfolding. Even when circumstances seem unchanged, I remain unmoved, for I know that my breakthrough is already in motion. I hold the image of my blessing in my mind with such clarity that it cannot help but materialize. I refuse to speak against my own desires. I speak only life, only power, only truth. I embrace my present reality with joy. I do not resist where I am, for I know that every season serves a purpose. Even in moments of stillness, I am growing. Even in times of waiting, I am preparing. I do not complain about where I am, for I know that where I am is leading me to where I desire to be. Gratitude fills my heart. I rejoice in all things, knowing that every moment is part of a divine unfolding. I walk in love. I hold no grudges. I harbor no resentment. I release all offenses. I do not allow bitterness to take root in my heart, for I know that love is the greatest force in existence. I forgive freely, not because others deserve it, but because I deserve peace. I release the past with ease, knowing that I am not defined by what has been, but by what is to come. I am surrounded by divine protection. No harm shall come near me. No darkness can touch me. I walk with the assurance that I am covered, shielded, and guarded at all times. Angels go before me, preparing the way. I am never alone, For divine presence surrounds me always. I rise above negativity. I do not engage in gossip, in strife, in arguments. I protect my energy. I guard my peace. I remain centered in truth. I do not entertain conversations that diminish my faith. I do not allow negativity to take residence in my mind. I choose my thoughts. I choose my words. I choose my focus. I align myself with the highest good. I am not envious of others, for I know that there is more than enough for all. I celebrate the success of others, knowing that my own success is inevitable. I do not compare, for my journey is unique. My path is divinely crafted. My story is unfolding perfectly. I attract divine connections. The right people are drawn to me effortlessly. Doors open in my favor without struggle. I am in the right place at the right time. Everything I need finds its way to me with ease. I do not chase, I attract. What is meant for me cannot be taken away. What belongs to me is already mine. I honor my body, my mind, my soul. I speak words of life over myself daily. I do not criticize, I do not condemn, I do not doubt. I lift myself up. I encourage myself. I strengthen myself. My body is strong. My mind is sharp. My spirit is resilient. Every cell in my body vibrates with divine energy. I am renewed. I am restored. I am whole. I live in expectation of miracles. I do not wait passively. I expect actively. I wake up each day with excitement, knowing that today holds new blessings, new opportunities, new manifestations. I listen closely for divine guidance, and I act upon the inspiration that flows through me. I am not stagnant. I am not idle. I am always moving forward in faith. I refuse to dwell on what I lack, for I lack nothing. Everything I desire is already within reach. I do not beg. I do not plead. I do not question. I receive. I live in a state of divine reception, knowing that I am worthy of every good thing. I was created for abundance. I was created for joy. I was created for victory. I embrace each day as a gift. I do not waste time in worry, in regret, in fear. I live fully in the present moment, knowing that the present is where my power lies. I am not bound by the mistakes of the past. I am not anxious about the future. I am here now, fully alive, fully aware, fully at peace. I declare that my breakthrough is here. I declare that my blessings are overflowing. I declare that my life is a reflection of divine goodness. I have no doubt, no hesitation, no uncertainty. I believe. I receive. I rejoice. It is already done. I hold this truth within me and let it fill every part of my being. I do not waver. I do not question. I do not entertain doubt. My faith is unshakable because I know that what I believe in my heart must come to pass. I see beyond what is in front of me, beyond the physical reality and into the unseen, where all possibilities exist. I do not ask how or when, for I trust in divine timing. I trust that all things are working together for my good, even when I do not yet see it. I walk in certainty, knowing that my vision is already fulfilled. I move forward without hesitation. I do not look back, for the past holds no power over me. I do not revisit old failures, old disappointments, or old regrets. They have no place in my present and no influence over my future. I release every burden, every weight that has tried to hold me down. I am free. I am limitless. I am unstoppable. Nothing stands in my way, for I am walking a path that has already been cleared for me. I do not need to force. I do not need to struggle. I do not need to push. I flow with ease, with grace, with confidence, knowing that everything I need is already mine. I guard my words with intention. I do not speak against my own blessing, for my words hold power. I do not complain. I do not declare lack. I do not entertain fear. I speak only life, only abundance, only victory. My words shape my reality, and so I speak carefully, knowing that what I declare will manifest. I say I am blessed, and so I am. I say I am favored, and so I am. Every word I release sets miracles into motion. I expect divine favor wherever I go. Doors open for me in ways I cannot explain. Opportunities come to me effortlessly. People are drawn to me with kindness, generosity, and support. I do not have to force connections, for the right people find me at the right time. I do not have to struggle for recognition, for what is meant for me cannot be ignored. I walk in the fullness of my calling, knowing that everything I need is already aligning in my favor. I let go of every limitation. I do not accept the idea of impossibility, for I know that all things are possible. I do not limit myself by my past, my circumstances, or what others say. I do not let fear dictate my decisions. I rise above every limitation, every obstacle, every doubt. I step into my highest potential, knowing that I am created for greatness. I am not ordinary. I am extraordinary. I am not weak. I am powerful. I am not defeated. I am victorious. I claim this as my truth, and I live by it every single day. I align myself with divine abundance. I do not chase, I attract. I do not worry. I trust. I do not struggle. I receive. Everything I need flows to me effortlessly, for I am a magnet for blessings. Money, opportunities, connections, and favor find their way to me without resistance. I am not in competition with anyone, for my blessings are uniquely mine. There is no lack, for divine provision is endless. I open my heart, my hands, my mind, to receive without hesitation. I walk in perfect health. My body is strong. My mind is clear. My spirit is at peace. Every cell in my body vibrates with divine energy. I release every worry, every tension, every doubt, and allow healing to flow through me. I do not accept sickness, for I know that my body is designed to thrive. I do not accept fatigue, for I am energized by divine strength. I do not accept weakness, for I am filled with power. Every part of me is renewed, restored, and overflowing with vitality. I embrace peace in all areas of my life. I do not entertain chaos, for I am anchored in stillness. I do not allow stress to consume me, for I rest in divine assurance. I do not let external circumstances disturb my inner peace, for I know that I am always protected. No situation, no person, no obstacle can take away the peace that dwells within me. I breathe deeply. I release all tension, and I surrender fully to the calm presence that surrounds me. I trust the process. I do not rush, for I know that everything is unfolding at the perfect time. I do not grow impatient, for I know that waiting is not wasting. I trust that every moment, every experience, every challenge is shaping me into the person I am meant to be. I do not resist. I do not fight. I do not complain. I embrace every part of my journey, knowing that it is leading me to greater heights. I see my desires as already fulfilled. I do not hope, I know. I do not wish, I declare. I do not wait. I live in the reality of my blessing now. I feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement of already receiving everything I have prayed for. I align my thoughts, my emotions, my actions with the truth that it is already done. I do not question. I do not doubt. I do not waver. I stand firm in the knowing that my manifestation is inevitable. I give thanks in all things. I do not wait for blessings to appear before I express gratitude. I give thanks now in this moment, knowing that my life is already filled with abundance. I do not focus on what is missing. I focus on what is already here. I count my blessings. I acknowledge the goodness around me. I celebrate every victory, big and small. Gratitude is my way of life, and it multiplies every blessing in my reality. I am aligned with divine wisdom. I do not rely on my own understanding, for I know that higher guidance is always leading me. I listen closely. I follow the nudges. I trust the path before me. I do not question the process, for I know that every step is divinely guided. I receive insight, inspiration, and clarity at the perfect time. I am never lost. I am never confused. I am never without direction. The answers I seek are already within me. I forgive completely. I do not hold on to past wounds, for I know that they do not define me. I release every resentment, every grudge, every ounce of bitterness. I do not carry burdens that weigh me down, for I am meant to be free. I forgive not because others deserve it, but because I deserve peace. I choose love over anger, freedom over bondage, joy over pain. I step boldly into my calling. I do not shrink back. I do not play small. I do not hide my gifts. I was created with purpose, and I embrace it fully. I walk in confidence, knowing that I am here to make an impact. I do not fear judgment, for I answer only to the one who called me. I do not fear failure, for I know that every step forward is a step toward success. I do not seek approval, for I am already approved by the divine. I am walking into a season of breakthrough. I feel it. I know it. I see it unfolding. Every obstacle is being removed. Every delay is turning into acceleration. Every closed door is making way for something greater. I do not waver in faith, for I know that my time is now. I hold my head high. I walk in power. I speak with authority. I do not wait for signs, for I am the sign. I do not wait for permission, for I am already chosen. I release every doubt, every fear, every worry. I am stepping into the fullness of my blessing. My breakthrough is already here. I celebrate. I rejoice. I give thanks. It is already done. I stand firm in the unwavering truth that what I have declared is already mine. I do not need to see it with my physical eyes to believe it, for I know that faith is the evidence of things unseen. I walk forward with confidence, knowing that every blessing, every breakthrough, every divine promise is unfolding in perfect harmony. I release all doubt, all hesitation, all resistance, and embrace the fullness of my manifestation with gratitude. I trust. I believe. I receive. It is already done. The word impossible. What does it truly mean? In your current understanding, it might represent a barrier, a limit to what can be achieved. But I say unto you, the impossible is merely that which has not yet been imagined into being. It is a temporary state waiting to be transformed by the power of your consciousness. But what does it truly mean to repeat something 10 times? And how can this simple act manifest even the impossible? It is not a matter of mere repetition of positive thinking. It is as a state of consciousness, a shift in your very being that aligns you with the creative power of the universe. It is about recognizing that your inner dialogue, your self-talk, is the very foundation upon which your reality is built. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. Your outer world, every experience you have, every circumstance you encounter, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world, your consciousness. It is a mirror faithfully reflecting back to you the sum total of your beliefs, assumptions, and most importantly, your inner conversations. When you understand this, truly understand it, you realize that by carefully choosing and consistently repeating certain statements, even those that seem impossible, you are actively creating a new reality that will unfold in your experience. This understanding is crucial, for it shifts the entire paradigm of how you approach the impossible. No longer are you a helpless being at the mercy of external circumstances, hoping for favorable conditions. You become the active creator of your reality, knowing that as you repeat your chosen statement 10 times with feeling and conviction, the universe must rearrange itself to match this new inner assumption. But how, you may ask, can mere repetition have such a profound and lasting impact? The answer lies in the creative power of your wonderful human imagination, combined with the intensity of your feeling and belief. For your imagination is not a mere fantasy maker, and your feelings are not mere reactions to external stimuli. Together they form the very workshop in which reality is forged. Let us take a moment to truly understand this. Your subconscious mind, which is one with the universal creative force, does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and feel as truly, and what you actually experience in the outer world. It accepts as true whatever you feel to be true in your inner conversations, and once it accepts an idea as true, it proceeds to bring it into manifestation in your physical reality, regardless of how long it takes in plot time, or how impossible it may seem to your rational mind. So when you repeat a statement 10 times, especially one that seems impossible, you are not engaging in wishful thinking or self-deception. You are actively creating your new reality from within. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, allowing it to work through you And for you to manifest even the seemingly impossible, this, my dear listeners, is the essence of the power of repetition. It is about recognizing that the power to shape your reality lies within you, waiting to express through your conscious inner dialogue. It is about understanding that your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner conversations, which can be radically altered by consistently repeating chosen statements, even those that currently seem impossible. Consider the biblical phrase, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." This is not a mere poetic expression or a vague spiritual concept. It is a statement of cosmic law, an invitation to recognize the power of your inner dialogue. When you repeat a statement times, especially one that seems impossible, you are thinking it in your heart. You are feeling its reality with every fiber of your being, and in that moment you are changed. The outer manifestation may take time to catch up, but the inner transformation is instantaneous. But let me be clear, repeating a statement 10 times is not about forced repetition or strained affirmations. It is about a total immersion in the feeling of the wish, fulfilled of the impossible becoming possible. When you truly embody this practice, you naturally assume the thoughts, feelings, and inner conversations of the person who lives in the reality where the impossible has become possible. You go to sleep not as the person bound by current limitations, but as the person who has already experienced the manifestation of the impossible. Let us explore this further with an example. Imagine a person who desires to manifest something that seems utterly impossible, perhaps healing from an incurable disease or achieving a seemingly unattainable goal. Their outer reality shows no signs of this possibility. Now imagine this person deciding to repeat the statement, "Even the impossible is possible for me," 10 times with complete conviction and feeling. As they do so, they immerse themselves in the feeling of this statement being true. They feel the joy, the wonder, the gratitude of living in a world where even the impossible manifests for them. They allow this feeling to permeate every cell of their being. They repeat this statement not just with their lips, but with their entire consciousness. When they awaken, something has shifted. They may not see immediate external changes in their circumstances, but internally they are no longer the same person. They have experienced the reality of a world where the impossible becomes possible, and this new self-concept begins to reshape their outer world. In the days and weeks that follow, they find themselves naturally acting with more confidence and expectancy. They approach challenges with a newfound sense of possibility. They make decisions and take actions aligned with their new assumption that even the impossible will manifest for them. And as they do so, their outer world begins to reflect this new inner state. Opportunities arise that they never would have noticed before. Solutions appear to problems that once seemed insurmountable. Their entire life begins to transform, all stemming from the simple act of repeating a powerful statement 10 times. This principle applies to every aspect of your life. Whether you desire to manifest health, wealth, love, or any other state of being that currently seems impossible, the key is to first assume it as true in your inner dialogue. Repeat the statement that aligns with your desire 10 times, feeling the reality of it being true. Fall asleep in that state, knowing that as you do so, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind that must grow into your outer reality. Now I can hear some of you thinking, "But Wayne, can simply repeating a statement 10 times really make such a difference? Surely manifesting the impossible requires more than that." And to this I say it is not the mere repetition of words that creates the change, but the shift in consciousness that occurs when you repeat a statement with feeling and conviction. The repetition is a tool to impress upon your subconscious mind a new assumption, a new truth about the nature of your reality. Remember, the outer world is dead. It has no life of its own. It is your consciousness that gives life to your experiences. When you repeat statements that align with your current limitations, you are breathing life into a reality that perpetuates those limitations. But when you consciously choose to repeat statements that align with the manifestation of the impossible, you set in motion a series of events that must culminate in the outer expression of this new inner reality. This, my dear friends, is the true secret to manifesting even the impossible. It is about aligning your inner dialogue with the highest vision of yourself and your life, recognizing that this desired reality is seeking expression through you, and allowing it to flow into your experience through the power of your repeated statements and unwavering belief. But let me warn you, this shift in consciousness, this practice of repeating powerful statements 10 times, is not always an easy task. The old habits of negative self-talk, of repeating limiting beliefs, are deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. As you embark on this new way of thinking and speaking to yourself, you may find resistance arising within you. Doubts may creep in. Old thought patterns may try to reassert themselves. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts and feelings. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to your chosen statement, repeating it again with renewed conviction. For the war is not won by battling against what you don't want, but by persistently embodying what you do want. This persistence, this unwavering commitment, repeating your chosen statement 10 times, even in the face of contrary evidence, is what allows you to truly manifest the impossible. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're trying to listen to a particular station, you don't focus on eliminating all the other stations. You simply tune into the frequency you desire. In the same way, you don't need to fight against your current reality or forcefully push away thoughts of impossibility. You simply need to tune yourself to the frequency of possibility to align your entire consciousness with the reality where even the impossible manifests for you. This tuning is done through your repeated statements and your ability to generate feeling states. Your inner dialogue is the dial that allows you to tune into different frequencies of experience. As you repeat your chosen statement times, as you feel the reality of it being true, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, allowing the corresponding experiences to flow into your life. But remember, my friends, this is not a one-time event. Repeating your chosen statement times is a practice, a way of life. It's a constant choice to maintain this new inner dialogue, regardless of appearances. Just as you wouldn't expect to stay in shape by exercising once, you cannot expect to manifest the impossible by repeating a statement once. This is about persistently aligning your inner conversations with your desire of reality, about maintaining this consciousness day in and day out until it becomes your new normal. As you do this, you will find that your perception of what is possible begins to shift. What once seemed impossible now appears as a natural unfolding of events. Challenges become opportunities for growth. You begin to see yourself as the empowered being you truly are, knowing that your inner art is constantly shaping your reality. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Wayne, how can I maintain this practice of repeating my chosen statement times when my current reality seems unchanged? How can I persist in feeling its truth when circumstances seem to contradict it? And to this I say, your imagination infused with feeling is more powerful than any circumstance. Consider for a moment, have you ever been deeply moved by a story, whether in a book or a movie? In those moments, were you not feeling real emotions based on imaginary events? Your feelings were real, even though the events were not happening in your physical reality. This is the power you must harness when you repeat your chosen statement 10 times. You must use your imagination to create scenarios that evoke the feelings associated with your statement being true. Imagine how you would feel if the impossible had already manifested for you. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the sense of wonder that would come with this reality. Feel these states as vividly and as consistently as you can as you repeat your statement. The key is to make your repetition as real to you as possible. Engage all your senses. Feel the textures associated with your desire fulfilled. Hear the sounds, smell the scents, taste the flavors. See the world through the eyes of the person who lives in the reality where the impossible has become possible. Make it so real that your rational mind cannot distinguish between this inner experience and physical reality. But here's a crucial point, my friends. The goal is not to repeat statements about specific events or circumstances. The goal is to capture the essence of the feeling state associated with living in a world where even the impossible manifests for you. For it is this feeling state that is the true attractor of your experiences. Let me illustrate this with an example. Instead of repeating, "I will win the lottery 10 times," capture the feeling essence of living in a world of unlimited abundance. Repeat, "I live in a world of infinite possibilities and abundance 10 times." Feel the security, the freedom, the joy that comes with this state. See yourself moving through life with the ease and confidence of someone who knows that even the impossible will manifest for them. By focusing on the feeling essence rather than specific outcomes, you allow the universe to bring your desire to you in ways that might far exceed your specific imaginings. You open yourself to possibilities beyond what your current mindset can conceive. This is the true art of manifesting the impossible through repetition. It's not about forcing yourself to believe something against all evidence. It's about aligning yourself with the truth of your divine nature, your oneness with the creative power of the universe. It's about repeating statements that resonate with the highest vision of who you truly are and what is possible for you. As you practice this, you may find that your outer world begins to shift in subtle ways. Perhaps you start to notice more synchronicity in your life, or you find yourself naturally making choices that align with your new assumption of possibility, or opportunities that once seemed impossible begin to present themselves. These are all signs that your inner shift brought about by your repeated statements is creating ripples in your outer reality. Don't discount these small changes. Celebrate them. See them as confirmation that the law is working, that your repeated statements are taking root. But don't become attached to them or anxiously look for them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to repeat your chosen statement with conviction. As you persist in this practice, larger changes will begin to manifest. You may find yourself naturally attracting experiences that align with your new assumption of possibility. You may notice that challenges which once seemed insurmountable are now easily overcome. You may achieve goals you once thought impossible with an ease that feels miraculously. And as you continue to repeat your chosen statement 10 times each day, you'll discover that life becomes an exciting adventure of ever-expanding possibility. But remember, the outer manifestation is not the goal. The goal is the state of consciousness from which all desired experiences naturally flow. This is a crucial point, my friends. When you're truly embodying the state where even the impossible manifests for you, when you're fully living from this consciousness, you no longer need external circumstances to confirm your state. You're already whole, already complete in your knowing that you live in a world of infinite possibility. And paradoxically, it's in this state of inner assurance that you're most likely to experience a life where the impossible becomes possible. Now, some of you might be thinking, but never, what about action? Don't we need to do things in the physical world to manifest the impossible? And to this I say, yes, action is part of the process. But it's inspired action, not anxious doing. When you're consistently repeating your chosen statement 10 times each day, living from the consciousness of possibility, ideas and opportunities will naturally present themselves to you. You'll feel inspired to take certain actions, to move in certain directions. These actions won't feel like struggle or effort. they'll feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. This is the difference between trying to make the impossible happen and allowing it to happen. When you're trying to force manifestation, actions feel stressful, born out of fear and doubt. When you're living from the consciousness of possibility, actions flow naturally from your aligned state, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly how to bring about the manifestation of even the seemingly impossible. Consider the example of a seed growing into a mighty oak tree. The seed doesn't strain to become a tree. It doesn't force itself to grow. It simply unfolds naturally, expressing its innate potential. You, my dear listeners, are no different. When you align yourself with the consciousness of possibility through your repeated statements, you allow your life to unfold naturally and beautifully, expressing the inside potential that is your birthright. But let me be clear, this state of allowing is not passive. It requires an active use of your imagination, a deliberate and focused repetition of your chosen statement. It requires faith, not blind faith in external circumstances, but faith in the creative power of your consciousness and your ability to manifest even the impossible through your inner dialogue. This faith is not about believing that the impossible will become possible someday in the future. It's about knowing that you live in a world of infinite possibility now, in this very moment, and that your outer world must inevitably conform to this new inner reality. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in repeating your chosen statement 10 times each day, you'll begin to see evidence of the impossible becoming possible in your outer world. These signs may start small: an unexpected solution to a problem, a chance encounter that leads to a breakthrough, a sudden insight that changes everything. Do not discount these signs, no matter how small they may seem, for they are confirmation that your inner world, shaped by these statements, is indeed shaping your outer reality. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the full realization of a life where even the impossible manifests for you. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to address a common concern that arises when people first encounter this teaching. Many worry that focusing on repeating statements about the impossible becoming possible somehow disconnect them from reality or lead to disappointment. But I assure you, my friends, the opposite is true. When you truly understand the principle of manifesting through repetition, you realize that you are not separate from reality. You are the creator of your reality. As you elate your own consciousness by repeating powerful statements, you are elevating the consciousness of all. Your personal transformation, far from disconnecting you from reality, actually expands the field of possibilities for all. Moreover, when you are coming from a place of knowing that even the impossible will manifest for you, you naturally have more to give to others. You become a beacon of possibility, a living example of the power of consciousness to reshape reality. Your transformation creates a ripple effect, touching the lives of everyone you encounter with your newfound energy, confidence, and sense of infinite possibility. This is the true gift of repeating powerful statements and manifesting the impossible. It's not just about improving your individual circumstances, although that will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the fundamental nature of the universe, which is boundless potential. It's about recognizing your own divine nature and allowing it to express itself fully through you. In this state of alignment, of consistently repeating your chosen statement 10 times each day, you become a channel for the most beautiful expressions of life. Ideas flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. The right people and circumstances appear in your life at the perfect time. This is the magic of living from the consciousness of infinite possibility. But remember, this magic is not something external to you. It's not some cosmic force that you need to appease or manipulate. It is the natural expression of your own consciousness, where it's aligned with the truth of your being. You are the power. You are the magic. You are the one who makes the impossible possible through your repeated statements and unwavering belief. As we draw our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final thought. The principle we've explored tonight, repeat this 10 times, even the impossible will manifest for you, is not just a technique. It's about recognizing your true nature as a divine creative being. It's about aligning your entire being with the fundamental truth of who you are and allowing your grandest expression to flow through you. When you live from this understanding, everything changes. The world becomes a friendly place filled with infinite possibilities. You no longer see yourself as a small, separate being struggling against impossible odds. Instead, you recognize yourself as the author of your own reality, the creator of your own miraculous life. In this state, there's no need to fear the impossible or doubt your ability to manifest your deepest desires, for you understand that you are the source of all creation in your experience. Your job is simply to maintain the consciousness of possibility through your repeated statements, to live from this awareness, and to allow the universe to erase the details of its manifestation. So, my dear friends, as you leave here tonight, I urge you to embrace this principle with all your heart. Don't see it as a technique to be applied occasionally, but as a way of life to be lived continuously. Choose your statement wisely, one that embodies the essence of the impossible becoming possible for you. Repeat it 10 times each day, not just with your lips, but with your entire being. Feel the naturalness of being the divine, limitless being you truly are. Live from this state, persist in this knowing, and watch as your world rearranges itself to match your own vision, making even the impossible manifest before your eyes.